Thanks so much for coming, and any first timers? Seems like an equal amount. Good. Well, welcome, and thank you so much for coming. So what we're going to do is all improvise. It's all made up on the spot here on the stage. We have no idea what we're about to say or what we're going to do, which means that we're going to have suggestions from you guys to help us make the things happen. So if I said, where's a place you want to go on vacation, what would you say?
North Pole.
Hawaii and the North Pole. Those two could not be more disparate, but we would take either of them. Yeah, and what's the one thing you got to bring on vacation with you?
The North Pole.
Sunscreen to the North Pole. Yes, indeed, because the sun is more intense with snow. Yes. And let's see. And who is a person you would want to go on vacation with?
The North Pole.
Dog? You say your dog? Perfect. And a polar bear at?
The North Pole.
I can't go anywhere with these
Hawaii.
So we would take those suggestions and we would turn them into something funny. So we're going to do all that improv for you. You guys ready to get a show started? More please. It's going to be for everybody. What they're going to do is we're going to have a couple people start a scene, and at any time I can come stop the scene and come back and say, hey, what does this scene need more of? And you fill in the blank, and that will be added to the scene. So you can say anything. It doesn't matter if it makes sense or not. It could be dinosaurs, pizza, monkeys, Santa Claus, polar bears, the North Pole, or whatever. And what? Chicken nuggets. We would take chicken nuggets too.
And Gandhi, I heard Gandhi.
And Gandhi, perfect. So we can add any of that to this scene. But to get it started, where is a place that you've been in the last week? School. We're going to start with school, but we're going to add a bunch of stuff along the way. And all our games, we're going to count down 3, 2, 1, action. Do that with us. And 3, 2, 1, action.
Oh, I sure hope I'm not put into a Gryffindor or Slytherin. Oh boy, I'm sure you're gonna be playing at both of them. No, you know me, I feel like I'm more like a Hufflepuff Ravenclaw, like a Ravenpuff or a Huffleclaw.
Come on, Jim, you can be a little more self-confident in yourself.
Okay, fair enough.
Freeze! What does this scene need more of? Juggling, please. Juggling and action.
Look here. Let's take these crystal balls.
Okay. Oh, the priceless crystal balls.
Now, if you believe in yourself, you can juggle.
Ha-ha! I'm doing it! I'm throwing one ball in the air and catching it.
Now let's go for 8 balls.
It's quite a jump.
Freeze! What does this scene need now?
Dumbledore.
Dumbledore, of course. We need Dumbledore, the wizard. And action.
I'm doing it!
Hope we don't get caught by Dumbledore.
I wasn't doing it at all. Dumbledore's been doing it for me the whole time.
That's right, Harry. This whole time I've been making things juggle. You're not
That's
a
right.
juggler, Harry.
He calls every student Harry now.
That's right, Harry.
Wow.
This is Mildred. I'm Sqeaky. It's nice to meet you,
Nice to meet
Professor
you.
Dumbledore.
Harry and Harry.
We're a little nervous about the sorting match and the ceremony.
Well, there's nothing to be nervous about. You know, you just roll the sword up and you catch it in your mouth.
Freeze! What does this scene need now? I think I heard chicken nuggets, please. And action.
Just pretend like they're chicken nuggets.
All right.
Oh, thank you.
We're going to start with chicken nuggets.
Oh, the elves are so big this year.
Toss it up.
Oh!
Harry won. I can't believe you hurt yourself.
I'll keep at it. It'll be fine.
Definitely 2 lines right
Freeze!
there.
We will add one more thing. What is that? What's over here? Powerpuff Girls, please, and action.
If only.
You're picking on these little kids. Stop it! I'm Blossom.
I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that I was bullying them. I was just trying to help them, catch swords in their mouth like normal, sane adults would do with children.
What's happened to your accent? Are you Mojo Jojo?
Yes, I am.
All right. This next game is going to be called Columns. It's for a couple of our improvisers. And I actually need 2 audience volunteers who might coming on stage. And all I can do is say some words to help our improvisers out. Let's see, a volunteer over here and a volunteer back here. Perfect. All right, come on up. All right. What's your name?
Maggie.
Maggie and? Maggie and Aubrey. Maggie and Aubrey, Tyler and Kenneth will be doing a scene, and at any time they can come tap you gently on your shoulder, and then you fill in the blank of the sentence of whatever they're saying. So if I said, I really like to eat a lot, and my favorite place to go eat is?
Subway.
Subway. A perfectly respectable answer. And it could also be anything. It doesn't even have to make sense. So if you said something that makes sense, like, I really like to go eat at
The garden.
the garden. Yes.
Oh,
It's
where you and your family.
yeah, where I'm with my family. Yeah. Cool. So whatever you say, they'll have to make work. So to get them started, what is their job? They are firefighters or construction workers. Perfect. They're construction workers, and we're going to start this column scene. In 3, 2, 1, action. You all can do that with me. In 3, 2, 1, action.
Ready to go build this building, Mark?
Yeah, Joey, I'm ready to.
This is going to be the greatest building on in the world. It's going to be called the hot dog building. We're going to make it look like one big hot dog.
It's about time that the Oscar Mayer mobile is not mobile anymore.
Exactly, yeah. Right. It's an exact replica of the Oscar Mayer mobile, but in building form.
Hey, you guys, let's talk. Get more building the hot dog.
I'm sorry, boss. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Hey, Mark, you know what my favorite topping to put on hot dogs is? Kind of crazy, but my favorite topping is fingers. Not even chicken fingers, just regular fingers.
I remember that time.
Sprinkle it on top of the burger.
Yeah, you were building
hot
that one
dog.
time and you lost a finger and you were like, well, good enough to eat. And you put it in your mouth. It was good, delicious.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my favorite thing to put on a hot dog is
Nails.
nails. I'll take that one.
Hey, you guys, quit eating the building.
I'm sorry, boss. I'm sorry.
I don't know why we made the building look so tasty. Listen, maybe next time, the next building we build, we should make it look like a dog. Oh, we go from hot dog to dog.
Hey, you guys, stop thinking about future buildings and finish this building.
Sorry, boss. Sorry. That's a great idea. You know, one of my favorite types of dogs is a
Pomeranian.
Pomeranian.
Adorable little Pomeranian.
It's so adorable.
In a giant building form.
So amazing. A building that looks like a Pomeranian that actually houses a Pomeranian.
Ooh, like a zoo of Pomeranians.
Yes!
And we'll call it the mom.
Of course. Yeah. Name it after the person that's going to be cleaning up after it the most, even though we said we'd be responsible and take care of it ourselves.
But we won't do it.
Yeah, we're not.
Leave it to mom.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I hope our boss doesn't come in here and get me in trouble again. I'm always getting in trouble for doing something bad, and that's
Ripping up my shirt.
just ripping up my shirt.
Hey, quit ripping up your shirts. This is a building, not a strip club.
Definitely not the zoo. No, I just get excited about this. I got the big muscles and my shirt gets ripped. It happens.
Listen, this is a good day for him. You can tell it's a bad day when he starts talking like a granny. If he puts his granny voice on, then it's
He starts talking about baking and crocheting, and then we know.
Hey, you guys stop being so stereotypical about grannies. I'll see you at the club later.
That's the voice I was talking about. The one.
He gets weird when he
It does get weird.
He goes full granny and he gets
The
weird.
weirdest thing he said in the granny voice was like, "I'll get you, my little darling."
That's pretty weird.
And then it was like, "I'll see you at the club." Like, why? Why?
The weirdest thing he ever said to me was, "I'm gonna cook you a
Llama.
llama."
How was it tasting?
It was actually the tastiest
It's a
llama
really good
thing I've ever
llama,
had in
right?
my life, I'll be honest with you.
Oh, why are we not building a llama building? We could call it Llama.
Hey, you guys! Stop talking about what the building could be and then things I've done in the past and or will do in the future and build the building! I'll get you, darling! You want to eat a llama? Excellent! You know, we always end on llamas, so our next game is called Professor Know-It-All. It is for everybody. They are all going to form one professor, and they can answer your questions, but they must answer your questions of anything at all that you might have in one word at a time. So this particular professor is an expert in what subject?
Water.
Water. This professor knows a lot about water, so let's get this professor to introduce themselves.
I am
Aqua Phoenix Jr. This is Aqua Phoenix Jr. Now, Aqua Phoenix Jr. can answer your questions about water or really anything else. So what questions might we have today at all?
Can SpongeBob eat his friend?
Perfect. It's a great question and a very water-like question. Can SpongeBob eat his friend?
well.
He
Can not
eat his
friend because
he is
friendless.
No, because he has no friends.
What about Patrick?
Not his friend, apparently. Neighbors. This is just neighbors. What other questions might we have today? Yeah.
Why are llamas made like llamas?
Why are llamas made like llamas? Okay, very good. Professor, we'll start over here and then move back around this way. Why are llamas made like llamas?
Llamas started
like
Cats.
in they
were
always the biggest
water
Animal.
that couldn't
eat
Llamas.
Yes, exactly. You know, there are two facts you just learned about llamas. There are water animals and not cannibals. Great. Cool. What other questions might we have today?
What's the best Christmas carol?
Oh, great. This is a great, appropriate question. What is the best Christmas carol?
Well,
I
often wondered
the
question
is why
not
you
die listening to
the
hard
classics and
the
soft classics
with
the
peppermint tasting
candy.
of
North Pole.
Yes, exactly. Really, there's not a best Christmas song. What we just learned is that just listen to all the hard and soft classics while eating peppermint candy. All right. We have time for one more question. What is that? Anything at all?
Why are chicken nuggets big?
Why are chicken nuggets big? Why do they have such a size? Let's start over here.
Chicken and nuggets
are
Especially
big because
they
don't have a
limit
of
calories nor
that
content.
chicken nuggets are unlimited.
Awesome. You all having a good time so far? All right, great. This next game is called Bad Kitty. It's going to be for two of our improvisers. What's going to happen is we're going to have two improvisers, and they might get a little wet, which is going to be great. So they're going to be playing a game of Bad Kitty, which means that at any time they can spray each other with these water bottles that we have, and at that point they must change the last thing they said. So let's demonstrate that for our audience. If Roger said something like,
I've always loved, I've often hated, when I was young, I never finished a sentence.
Yeah, exactly. And that's how that'll work. And our improviser will say bad kitty while they spray them. Okay? And so, to get them started, what is their relationship? Like they're brothers or
Cousins.
they're cousins. They're cousins. And what is a good reason for cousins to be meeting today?
Family reunion.
A family reunion. Cousins and a family reunion. This is bad kitty. We're going to count this down like we always do. A 3, 2, 1 action. Do that with me. In 3, 2, 1, action.
Tony, hey, how you doing? How's you doing, Bernard? You know me, just trying to work, make the little cash. Bernard, you've always been interested in the physical. Bad kitty. Bernard, you've never cared much for yourself. Bad kitty. Bernard, banks are the root of all evil. Yeah, I can see that. That's why I keep my money under the mattress. Bad kitty. That's why I keep my money in my shoes. A bad kitty. That's why I keep my money in the laundromat. A bad kitty. I keep my money in the fridge. A bad kitty. I keep my money in the freezer. Bad kitty. I just don't have any money. That's right. Bernard, we are family, we are cousins. You do not need to make it seem like you're a rich man for us to love you. You don't have to come in here like, I just care about money. Look at my land. Bad kitty. I just care about money. Bad kitty. I just love to kiss a nickel. Bad kitty. I just care about things that I can put. Bad kitty. I just love interrupting people and won't ever let them finish. Bad kitty. I hate all things. Yes, I do. Bernard, don't you ever hate all things. Bernard, find something in yourself to love. What's your favorite thing when you wake up in the morning? What's the first thing you think of? Scrambled eggs. A bad kitty. French fries. A bad kitty. Hamburger. A bad kitty. Chicken nuggets. All right, so why not make your life about the gaining and procuring and creating of chicken nuggets and not money?
Well, chicken nuggets are good, but I really like some milkshakes.
A bad kitty, you just established the one thing you love is chicken nuggets.
Yes, with milkshakes.
A bad kitty.
And Pepsi.
A bad kitty.
And French fries.
A bad kitty.
With more chicken nuggets.
There you go, chicken nuggets. That makes a lot more sense based upon your character. I feel like you should come and live with me at the chicken nugget plantation.
Bad kitty.
I feel like you should come work for me at the chicken nugget plantation.
Bad kitty.
I feel like you should just come and pick nuggets on the road as you travel.
Bad kitty.
I feel like maybe you are no good for this world.
Bad kitty.
I feel like maybe the chicken nuggets are in you all this whole time. And we should grind you up and feed you to people.
Does that pay well?
For us. Not so much for you, Bernard.
Bad kitty.
It pays well, and the smiles that your sustenance gives the people of the land.
I've always wanted to make the people of the land happy.
Well, why have you been this way your whole life? You've been going the opposite way, making everybody miserable with your money talk.
It's because you're my cousin.
A bad kitty.
It's because you're my brother.
A bad
It's
kitty.
because you're my father.
A bad kitty.
You're my sister.
Yes!
Always end on a weird reveal. It's a cliffhanger, you guys. Great, y'all have a good time. So this next game is going to be conducted story. It's for everybody, including those who just had to drive themselves off. And so I need a couple of volunteers who like to tell stories. All right, we got. Oh no, change your mind. As soon as I said that, you like to tell stories?
Yeah.
You want to come up? Awesome. Come on up. And anyone else? You want to come up again?
Got lots of stories.
All right, you want to come up? Or you want to come? conducted story is they're going to be telling a story. It's going to be the same story, and I'm the conductor, so when I point at you, you continue exactly where the story left off, okay? And so we'll tell hopefully one big story that makes sense is the goal, but we'll see. So to get this story started, what is an animal we all know and love? A giraffe. And this giraffe is going on an adventure to where? With a dog, of course. Giraffe and a dog go on an adventure. Where are they going? Over here. North Pole. Perfect. We've been waiting for it. North Pole. All right, giraffe. This will be a very Christmassy tale. Giraffe and a dog go on an adventure to the North Pole. This story has never been told and will never be told again. And all good stories start with the phrase, say it with me, once upon a time.
Stephen the giraffe and his little friend Karen the dog decided to go on an exciting adventure one day because they were tired of living in the same old boring town.
And mainly, they're like, we need to kill two birds with one stone. You know how we haven't been good all year? What if we go to the North Pole and try and put a good word in for each other at Santa Claus?
So they decided, first we have to figure out how we're going to get to the North Pole. And they looked up at the Christmas star that night, and they said to each other,
Maybe we have to fly in a plane.
Yeah. So they got their buddies, the penguins, that had their plane ready to go, and they took off from Africa, headed north in the nice thunderstorm, where the rain's coming down and the plane is shaking. They said, oh no, maybe this is not such a good idea.
I like chicken nuggets.
Yeah,
They fortunately crashed into a chicken nugget factory, and they had plenty of food as they planned their next step, but they'd only made it about half the way to the North Pole. So they set out on foot with Karen the dog riding on the head of Stephen the giraffe.
And then, after a pause to make sure that we were doing the right thing, it was a moment to collect ourselves and think, Stephen the giraffe and Karen the dog ignored the penguins in their trash plane and went back towards the North Pole to beg for Santa's forgiveness.
once they got to the North Pole, they looked around and noticed one odd thing about North Pole today.
And it was the elves are very big.
They came upon a land of giant elves who stomped around and scared them, so they hid behind the candy cane poles so that they wouldn't get detected by these scary giant elves. And then they were afraid that the elves would punish them for invading
their space. But then as they were hiding, a tiny, tiny reindeer came up and said, hey, what you...
They found a McDonald's and ate French fries.
So they decided, let's take these delicious French fries out to the giant elves and see if we can persuade them to allow us entrance into Santa's kingdom.
And the giant elves were like, sure, I mean, we saw you there. You're a giraffe who tried to hide behind a candy cane. We've seen you the whole time. Welcome. Don't be afraid of us just because...
We are tall elves. We are much like Buddy the elf in that we are friendly and we are kind and most important,
French fries are good.
and all with us happily ever after.
Yes, we've learned a lot of things about food today, I feel like. Okay. We've learned a lot of things, and I feel like it's been a good time. Y'all, this next game is going to be called, let's do Waiter. This is going to be Waiter. We're going to have a few improvisers. Oh, great. Tyler's going to be our waiter, and these two folks will be dining at a restaurant today. It's going to be, what kind of restaurant is it?
McDonald's.
I heard fancy McDonald's. That's what I heard. Okay, we're at a fancy McDonald's. Okay, and at this fancy McDonald's, what might these two people? Why are they meeting today? What's happening?
They're talking for work.
What is it over here?
They're talking about work.
They're talking about what do they do for work?
Work at a Gucci shop.
What over here?
Work at a Gucci shop.
Okay, they work at the Gucci shop. They're very bougie, working at Gucci shops and going to fancy McDonald's. Okay, great. So Tyler's going to be their waiter. He's going to get some things thrown at him. We're going to count this waiter scene down. Listen, 3, 2, 1, action. Let's do that. 3, 2, 1, action.
Oh, Linda, I'm so exhausted. Of course you are, Barbara. I threw away so many outdated Gucci purses today. I was wondering where they went. We could please pass the fancy catcher. Of course. It's in the crystal goblet. Oh, nice. We could have sold the Gucci purses, but then people would have had them.
Hello, welcome to Fancy McDonald's. I see you've already started on the fancy ketchup. Here's your boss waters. I can get you started. Would you like some soft drinks or any other any of our beverages?
I would like a soft drink that is no longer made. Find something
We'll
like.
get you the finest tab cola.
Thank you. I would love a chicken nugget smoothie.
Very good start. I'll be right back with those. Enjoy yourself here at Fancy McDonald's.
Still looking at your figure?
No. You have no idea. I just haven't sold enough Gucci bags this month.
Understandable. You know why you probably haven't done it? Because of people like our waiter.
Oh?
Did you not notice?
No. What?
He would slink and slither all up here, like in a weird way that no purse could ever stay on his shoulder because he was too serpentine in his movements.
Like the Grinch when he's stealing the presents and sliding throughout the Christmas tree.
Much like a seasick crocodile.
Of course, yes. I didn't notice, but I'll start to look for it this time.
Chicken smoothie.
Oh, yes.
Here's whatever you ordered.
Oh, it's a tab to the tab.
What else can I get you here at Fancy McDonald's?
I would love to see a menu.
Here you go.
Oh, I would like a menu too.
Here you go.
Letting that table over there know that we're trying to wave to them. Could you go over there and talk to them just for a second? Yes.
Excuse me, gentlemen. They're trying to wave at you. I hope you could indulge them.
I was standing at this table.
Nice. Nice.
All right, have you decided on your main appetizer?
I would like the double quarter filet mignon.
For your main appetizer? For my main appetizer, I think I will have chicken McNuggets, but shaped as if they were a thought I had when I was a child.
Got all of that. It's nice to slow down from work and just have a delicious meal with my good coworker.
I appreciate it, although the chicken smoothie has just gone right to your voice box and your attitude, and it completely changed you as a person.
I feel like a brand new person. Oh, yes.
No wonder you don't sell more Gucci purses.
Speaking of that, Barbara, did you notice the other thing about our waiter?
Of course I did! But what did you notice?
I couldn't help but notice that our waiter likes to rap like a hip-hop artist, but not one of the cool ones, like the child-like hip-hop rap people.
Like if it was a kid bop version
like a
of
kid
the Lizzo song.
Yes, of course, you know.
I noticed that as well. I also noticed how he would want to make eye contact, and even if you looked away, he would follow you to try to make that eye contact.
Constantly,
Yes.
constantly.
This tab is very old and fashioned.
Hello! My name is Johnny, and I'm here to say I hope you enjoy McDonald's today.
Oh, yes.
Oh, my table!
Oh my God! I got carried away. Your table went astray and it ruined the day, and I hope it's okay. I'm gonna go away and I'll check on your auxiliary appetizers.
I'll need a new tab as well.
Right away, okay, yippee-i-o-ki-yay!
Well, the meal is ruined.
Ruined! The meal is ruined!
Thank God my main appetizer hasn't come out yet.
Oh, it's almost as ruined as whatever accent that fellow has.
Oh,
It's very European, but also Southern. I don't know how that works.
Southern Europe.
Southern European
It's
is what
so
it sounds
crazy.
like.
You know, I couldn't help but notice as well that the waiter likes to really likes to try to slip like love letters to whoever he's like liking at the table.
That's not. Let's recap all the things we know about our
so
waiter.
many things.
He slithers like the Grinch when the sees a crocodile. He raps like a kid Bob. He just demands to have eye contact, even if he knocks over a table. He sounds like he's from either the South or Europe or the Southern Europe, and constantly trying to slip love letters. Hello, boys.
Hi. Bonjour, partner. I've got some food. I don't want to be rude. I hope you enjoy this delicious food.
Could you explain to me which thought from my childhood this chicken nugget looks like?
Oh, I would say it reminds me of the day you lost your first tooth, and I forsooth. So, how about that, partner?
That's what I thought as well.
And I'd just like to know.
Here's a letter. Read it later. I love you. Don't tell him. Here's a letter. Read it later. I also love you.
Oh, also, what does it? Also love you from? I only heard the also love you part. What other thing do you love?
Oh wait, did you say also love you to him?
Also would imply you said it to someone else right before me.
He said it to me.
What?
Oh, cowboys, I do.
You ever seen a French cowboy? Just did. Oh, you guys having a good time? Awesome. We have a couple more games for you. This next game is going to be called Posables. It's going to be for a couple of improvisers. And I need two audience members who don't mind coming up and posing our players. Yeah, right here. And hold on, you want to play? Yeah, right here. Awesome. Come on. Perfect. All right. What's your name? Riley and Blaine, everybody. Blaine, you want to be over here with Roger, and then Riley, you want to be over here with Eddie. So what's going to happen in Posables is Blaine and Riley are going to be posing Roger and Eddie, who are going to be their action figures, basically. And you can pose them in any way you want to. So you can move them throughout the scene. You can move them. You can move their arms. You can make them twist away, just be a little gentle, and you can make them move the back of their leg by tapping them on the back, or move back by tapping on the knee, just real gently. So you can just move them in any which way. So Blaine and Riley, we all go ahead and just start posing them, just kind of getting them in any position you want. And you're just going to keep on moving them throughout the scene, and it's going to be fun. So, for them, they're superheroes. What kind of superheroes?
Jedi. Powerpuff Girls.
There's a Jedi and a Powerpuff Girl. And that's all I needed to hear. So, one's a Jedi, one's a Powerpuff Girl. This is going to be superhero collision. There's going to be a lot of action, so y'all keep moving them throughout the scene, okay? And we're going to count this down in 3, 2, 1, action. We'll go in 3, 2, 1, action.
I must use the force. I can't use my eyes at all. Only the force will guide me through the day.
The force? What's that? I fly around and save people.
Well, of course, the force flows through us. Every one of us. Here. Oh, I'm double forcing it now. It flows all around us.
I would address you, but I can't see you. Do I need to save you?
I mean, the force will save us all. Oh, hello, I can see part of the world. Oh, yep. The force will save my back.
Okay.
There we go. I brought you my lightsaber. Now it's in my hand. Here, practice with this lightsaber. Okay. Now don't.
Wow, what's a lightsaber? I have laser eyes.
Well, it's like that then, but with a sword. Oh, I'll just come closer and even closer to you. And just closer this way. Come around this way. Do you mind if I get in your personal space a little bit? It's just the Jedi way.
Gee, old man, I'm kind of worried.
No, there. He'll be fine. I'm a knight. So I can do, I'll just take this lightsaber back and put it against your cheek. Now, can you feel the heat of the lightsaber against your cheek? What's your name, little girl?
My name is Buttercup.
Buttercup, hold me tight. And we shall explore the force together.
I can show you how to fly. Let's go up in the air.
Oh, up in the air. I'm scared to look. But maybe I would like to go. The one thing I can't do as a Jedi is fly. So, yes, Buttercup, fly me to the sky. Oh, okay. Hey! Oh, you're a little girl! I had no idea this whole time.
Yes, and now we're 100 feet off the ground.
What? Oh, no! I just cut your face with my lightsaber.
I'm invulnerable.
Oh, I've got my own face with my own lightsaber! Oh, Buttercup, it's still embedded in my face. It's stuck right there. Yes, right here is where my lightsaber is. Ah! Ah!
Let me fly you to the hospital.
That would be great. Tell me, does this hole in my face make me look funny? Oh,
Let me cover it up so the bleeding will stop.
okay. Oh, no, the lightsaber's in my arm. Oh, Buttercup, tell me a bedtime story, but a story that would put me to sleep to die.
Did you ever hear the one about Mojo Jojo?
Mojo Jojo. I'll just walk further around you this way. Oh, Buttercup. Oh, I feel the cold hands of death. Here, let me cup your face before I leave this world and then come back as a blue, shiny ghost.
We're at the hospital now. They can save you.
What?
I fly very fast.
Okay, well, let go of me so a doctor can get here. Okay, all right. Doctor, someone, a doctor, I need a doctor.
Yes, I'm here.
Where are you, doctor? Do you notice a hole in my face? And then one in my heart from being such a bad Jedi.
Well, I couldn't help but notice both of the holes that you have. Where did the first hole come from?
He did it himself.
Yes. If I could look at you, doctor. This young lady saved me by flying me here. Yes, me. I'm so tired from the journey. Is that an X? Oh, I'm ashamed, doctor.
You should be shamed.
Oh, I'm walking away now, doctor. Just one side at a time. I just keep walking away one side at a time.
I need to go fight crime, so I'm going backwards.
Doctor, keep me from cutting myself in half.
Well, if you don't move the other leg, you're going to need my help for something else.
That was fun, and also a new episode of ER coming. So, you guys, we have time for one more game. If we had a good time today. This last game is going to be a game of survival fairy tale. So we're going to be putting on a fairy tale for all of you, and then we're going to be eliminating one person at a time until one person does the entire fairy tale by themselves. So what I need from y'all is a fairy tale, maybe we all.
Cinderella.
I heard Cinderella. I heard Cinderella. Perfect. So we're gonna retell Cinderella, but we need some help to kind of fill in the blanks. What are things that happen in Cinderella?
The mice dress.
There's the mice that dress Cinderella. Yeah. Huh? She lost her slipper. How did she lose her slipper?
She was running away from the ball.
Oh, she was running away from. There's a ball that she ran away from.
No, she fell down the stairs.
Oh, she fell down the stairs. Okay, so violently fell down the stairs. And she damaged her head. Another episode of AR coming up. All right. There's some chicken nuggets?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. There will definitely be chicken nuggets. What, over here?
Magical lady.
There's a magical old lady, and she will not be known as anything else. She what? Yes, absolutely. And something landed on her foot. A potato. Perfect. There's a guy. There's a guy, isn't there?
Cinderella.
Cinderella is the guy? Perfect. His name is John Cena. John Cena.
Cinderella.
John Cena. He can't sing. And he can't sing?
No, you
Can't see him. Can't see him. You can't see him.
Can't see him. Perfect. Are there any other characters we're missing? We got the evil old lady. We have John Cinderella. We have there's two sisters. Two sisters. I heard that Shrek is the stepmom. Shrek is the stepmom. And is there a love interest? No, there's not a love interest.
Not when you damage your head downstairs.
So this is going to be John Cinderella. We're going to do the whole thing, and then we're going to subtract people until one person's doing the whole thing by themselves. All right, so we're going to see this story that has never been told and will absolutely never be told again. Count us down in 3, 2, 1, action.
Sweep on that floor. Yes.
Oh, man.
Come on, sweep the floor.
Yeah, John Cinderella.
Sweep the floor.
Yeah, we're gonna go to a cool party.
Yeah, we're going to a party just to hang out with ourselves, but it's not here, it's somewhere else.
Yes, we're going to that because I'm an ogre.
What?
I got a Gucci purse for it.
We gotta get out of the stinky swamp. You better make it not stinky whenever the time we get back.
Yes.
To my best. It's like you all really don't
Come,
see
my
me.
daughters, and my stepson. Clean the floor.
Let's go party.
Let's go.
Keep crying, crybaby John Cinderella.
I'm not a crybaby. Oh, you look like a magical old lady.
That's exactly what I am, magical lady.
Squeak, 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 squeak.
This is my pet mouse.
You brought a rat to my house.
I did bring a mouse rat in your house, and I don't care. I'm that
Squeak,
old lady.
squeak, squeak, squeak.
You brought a New York rat into my house.
Right. Listen, you gotta stand up for yourself and be cool.
Well, I want to go to the cool WrestleMania party too.
Yeah, you do.
Not looking like that, you can.
No, it's me. Listen, it just so happens these are the most fashionable rat mouses in the whole world. They're gonna hook you up with the sweetest dress you've ever seen.
You ever hear of New York Fashion Week?
You have now.
Have you heard of it?
Yeah.
You're welcome. Mixed with a little Milan.
Let's do a dressing montage.
Yeah, dressing montage. No, that doesn't work.
No, change it.
How's that one feel?
That's cute for the 90s, but not for 2019.
Oh, no, this one got clothes on the top. Oh, off the shoulder was the way to go.
Oh, you're gonna be the belle of the ball, John Cinderella.
Definitely love these wrestling heels you gave me.
Yeah.
Yeah, just remember though, those clothes are only good until midnight.
The magic clothes. I mean, there's no limit on magic, all right?
Sure. I'll remember.
Midnight.
Midnight.
And also, if you eat any chicken nuggets after midnight, you turn into a gremlin.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind.
There's a 20% chance of rain. Don't get wet either.
Yes, full thread. It'll melt right off.
So many things I have to keep up with right now.
Also, remember to diversify your portfolio. Otherwise, when you retire, you're
Nothing.
Yeah.
I feel like being a magic old lady with no
And
retirement.
watch those steps coming down.
Yeah.
We wouldn't want you to fall.
Okay, all right, I'll remember
A head
everything.
injury would ruin the story.
I won't get injured, I swear.
Also, most important, remember, you're enough. You don't need anybody else to make you you. You're enough in here.
Thank you for seeing me.
Squeak!
Go to Oh, this party's so
It's
rad.
so amazing. I love wrestling.
Yeah.
It's so good. I love that.
Get you some men.
And now announcing, stepping up to the ball, the man whose name is John Cena!
Oh my gosh.
That's right. It's a shoulder off the shoulder outfit. It looks amazing.
You heard of Fashion Monthly?
Did you get the floor done?
She carries herself with such confidence, she doesn't need a man.
Yeah, he also will just go with any pronouns we use.
That's right. Any pronoun at all. Listen, I was hoping that I would meet someone here.
It's just us.
It's a very exclusive club.
Those chicken nuggets? Okay,
Yeah, I
one
put
more.
them in my Gucci purse.
It's almost midnight. You're supposed to have chicken nuggets.
Oh
I'm turning into a gremlin.
Oh, he skipped the part where it's a cocoon.
Disgusting.
He's even more lovely than he was before.
Push him down the stairs.
It's their only weakness.
That's happily ever after, right? Yeah. All right, so let's get all our prizes on stage. They're gonna have to do that whole thing again. So we're gonna eliminate someone, and then the remaining three will have to do the whole thing by themselves. Do we want to eliminate or get rid of Eddie?
Yeah.
Okay, bye. That's a lot of yeses. This is how the election process is.
The tribe is spoken.
All right, these three are going to do the whole thing, and we're going to count it down in 3, 2, 1, action.
Oh, I'm the big ogre. Why don't you clean up the floor?
Oh, I'm a wicked stepsister, Gucci.
Yeah, this is a stinky swamp and we need you to clean it up.
I'm another stepsister, Gucci also.
Listen, we're gonna go to the ball. We're having a great time watching the wrestling. So you're gonna stay here and clean it all up, all right?
Okay, it's like you
What
don't
are
see me.
Oh, we done. Where are you gonna ask to go?
What?
Yeah, do you wanna go with us?
Oh, yeah, I would love to go.
No, you can't go. Look how you look.
Yeah, get some more confidence in a nice dress and then maybe show up.
What are you gonna cry more, John? Cry Cinderella?
I'm not trying to just want to be seen.
Hey, it's me, a magic old lady.
What's up, magic old lady?
You need to be a little more self-confident.
Squeak.
Check it out.
You brought a rat mouse into my home?
I did.
Hey, what am I, chap? Live over here.
I got 2 rat mouses in
You
here.
brought a Brooklyn rat mouse into my home?
Absolutely.
What a
Listen,
slice.
listen. You gotta go there to that party and show up and be confident. You'll be awesome too.
Well, I don't think I could go looking like this.
No, you can't.
No, you cannot. You got that looks offensive to us right now. Fortunately, I got one of the most fashionable rats in the whole world.
Have you ever heard of GQ magazine?
Yes.
You're welcome.
So, let's go to a montage of you making them look fancy. Oh, you went back to the 80s? Are you serious?
Look at the shoulder bits.
Put clothes on her!
Oh, no. Oh.
Whoa,
Look at that 3-piece suit with no shoulders. Yeah.
that is amazing.
You look great, John Cinderella.
Here, put this Gucci back on.
Is there anything I need to know?
No, you're good.
Oh, be confident. Oh, wait, yeah, there's a bunch of
No,
rules.
zero rules. Nothing you need to know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wait, one thing.
What?
Those clothes disappear at midnight.
Well, that's something.
Oh, yeah, that's like. Oh, also, don't eat any chicken nuggets because you'll turn into a gremlin, all right?
Okay, that's how you keep up.
Also, make sure you diversify your retirement plan so you don't go destitute.
Well, I'm gonna remember that.
Wait a second, one more. There's a 20% chance of rain. Don't get wet.
Okay,
Oh, wait, one more thing. Don't hit your head on anything. That's where you keep your brain.
that's the least likely thing to happen tonight.
Oh, wait a second, Your Honor. Unplug your surge protectors. Just waste electricity.
That's good to know.
Remember, you're enough. The only person that has to see you is you. Love yourself here, and the people will love you out there.
Thank you for seeing me.
Cut to the ball.
I love wrestling.
Me too. It's fun. Ooh, powerbomb.
Oh, and now it's time for the football. His name is John Cena. It is I.
Oh boy, it's our John Cena-rella. She's so fashionable and cool.
That's right, he is.
Dang it, sorry.
Both are correct. It's fine. I thought I was gonna meet like somebody here.
Only the three of us are here.
Just the three.
Yep,
Are those chicken nuggets?
Right. As long as you're done chewing and eating it before that clock finishes striking 12.
Bong, bong,
Bong,
no.
bong,
Oh no.
bong.
Oh, it's a gross egg thing. Oh, it's
He's even more beautiful than he was before.
Oh, thank you.
a gremlin. Push him down the stairs.
Do that one more time, and we're going to vote for the person we want to see do the whole thing by themselves, John Cena-rella. Do we want to see it from Kendon? Do we want to,
One more.
Okay.
do we want to see it from Tyler? Or Roger? Let's vote again, and let's vote for one person this time. Are we voting for Roger? Are we voting for Tyler?
Yeah!
Or Kendon? Kendon's gonna do the whole John Cena-rella by himself in 3, 2, 1, action!
Oh, John Cena-rella, you can't see me. What are you doing in my swamp? You're not a donkey. You're John Cena-rella. That's an interesting Scottish accent, stepmother, but clean the dirty swamp now. Yeah, do it. Oui, do it. I just wanted to be seen. Ask us where we're going. Ask us if you want to go to where we're going. Well, where are you going? That's the wrong question. Ask if you want to go with us. Can I go with you? No! Okay, sorry. Just keep crying, baby. I'm sorry. I just want to be seen. What up, baby? Back as old lady here. Wow, you look so handsome and beautiful. Thank you. I brought some rats into the house. Squeak, squeak, squeak. What up, bro? You brought a Harlem rat. Not the city rat, this is a fashionable rat. You heard of Jet Magazine? Oh, wow. Well, I just wanted to go to the WrestleMania ball. Not dressed like that, you know. Come on, guys, let's get them. Boom! Oh, no bell bottoms. Boom! Not the skinny jeans. Boom! Yes! Perfect. Off the shoulder. Looks so good. Anything I need to know? Nah, she's perfectly good. Yeah, nothing you have to remember at all. Come to the, oh yes. You want to make sure that you don't eat any chicken nuggets before midnight, because that'll be bad. Before midnight. Don't forget as well that there could be rain coming at some point, so you just want to make sure you do that. Yes, and call your mother once in a while. She misses you. And don't forget to unplug your surge protectors And remember, when you get to Santa Claus, tell him what you really want for Christmas. Oh, and don't fall down any stairs. I can remember all of that, absolutely. Cool, cut to the ball! Wow, what a lovely ball. No one here except for us. And now, coming to the ball, John Cena! Oh, John Cena, look how amazing he is. Look how amazing she is. We're both right. I got chicken nuggets randomly. Ooh, can I have one? Yeah. Oh no! The little clock had not struck midnight yet. Oh, I felt a raindrop. Stop! You're turning into a gremlin. She looks so much better now. I'm so hideous. At least I can see the man of my dreams down those stairs.